Fun fact: McDonald's calls frequent buyers of their food heavy users.
Wow.
Freaking
Okay.
McDonald's.
That's man. I don't think I necessarily believe this one.
That's a
That's
cheap shot, bro.
that's not
That
great
yeah
marketing.
yeah. I don't believe that one.
Or maybe it is. Who knows?
Yeah, I'm not
That's what
necessarily
that's what
believing
it
them.
said. That's what it
Okay.
said.
Well, all right. That's behind your backs. That's what they call you behind your back. Well,
Yeah.
interesting. Well,
Apparently not. Apparently not. It's a fun fact somewhere. So who knows?
someone leaked that an angry employee because the ice cream machine still wasn't working.
Yeah. Screw those guys.
Well, anyways, this is We Talk Sports Good, and this is our NFL talk. We're recapping Week 12 and previewing Week 13, and I'm going to do a special intro because we might have some new viewers for this one. After our record-setting college football last night, 434 views and counting. So if you are tuning in because you viewed our college football and you want to see some NFL football, you came to the right place. And same thing, we are always open to live questions as we do college football. So we saw the live chat open for this as well. So fire away. What we'll do here is we'll just try to hit a quick headline and talk about some games a little more than others, obviously. But quick headline on all the games, and we'll get to our preview of the next week's action. So with that, we'll start it right off into Thanksgiving football. And unfortunately for my Lions, the Vikings held off the Lions and are now only 2 losses in that nice 2 spot in the NFC, winning 30-23. Uh, man, I think at this point, the question is how many wins will the Vikings get? And I feel like that game was a clinch of the North, kind of.
I told y'all boys the Vikings were the truth. That's why I picked them to win that division. And who the heck would have thought Case Keenum would be leading the charge, especially when Teddy Two Gloves is sitting there on the bench, you know?
I want to see him so bad. I want to see him play
Same.
so bad.
Same. But Case Keenum is so good right now. How can you bench
Yeah.
him?
No, you can't. You can't
No.
bitch him right now.
Interesting thing. How about this? I'll ask off of that with the Case Keenum. He's on this 1 year deal. Do you think we might see maybe like a Nick Foles type year out of him where it's a one and done? Or do you think this is actually a sustainable maybe career for Case Keenum now that he's kind of found a good fit and he's showing his strengths and they're working very well with the Vikings?
You can either go one or two ways. If I'm the Vikings, in full-on fantasy football mode, and I'm selling either one of them to the highest bidder. Because both of them prove that they can run the offense well. When Teddy Bridgewater was in, he had a 11-5 record his first year, something like that. Okay, we'll just call it a winning. We'll just call it a winning record.
Yeah, I'll look it up, but keep going.
But yeah, both quarterbacks are. I'm like, you're not going to keep both of them. You're not going to pay. You're not going to pay Case Keenum bukus amounts of money to keep him around when you got Teddy Bridgewater like lurking, and you're also not going to pay. You're not going to keep around Teddy Bridgewater when you pay Case Keenum. So I'm saying like put them both on the trading block, sell them to the highest bidder, and whoever offers more for either one of them, that's what I'm doing.
The only thing is with that, I mean, you have, like I said, it's a 1 year deal with Keenum. So you aren't really, unless you sign him and then trade him, you don't have the flexibility with Keenum as much.
Yeah, that's also true.
So that's the only thing with him. I mean, you're going to have to pay him to stay and then try to trade him. Or
what's Bradford's contract and Teddy's contract looking like?
Let me check.
I think that plays a big part in what they do with him. Because, I mean, if you look at Teddy's and he has like 2 or 3 years left, and then Bradford has 2 or 3 years left, and then Keenum's is up this year, then I don't think they'd bother signing Keenum back.
I think Teddy Bridgewater his contract year is next year.
I'll get this Bridgewater because he didn't remember his rookie year. He didn't start the whole time.
Okay.
That was a 7-9 year, but his first full starting year was 11-5, Thomas. So you're correct on that.
Yeah, and like it's either this year or next year's is his contract year.
I'll,
Okay.
I'll, I'll check that. I found a new fun site for contracts. Spotrac. I don't know. It's SPOTRAC.com, and it's really easy to check out all the contracts for football players. So
New sponsor.
yeah, we'll take it. Let's see. Teddy Bridgewater, yeah, is the only one under contract for next year. It looks like.
Okay.
Yeah. Let's see.
And so Bradford, this was his final season too under the
Yeah.
contract.
Okay. So yeah, Thomas is right. Teddy is only under contract for next year, and he's unrestricted. And yeah, Sam Bradford is unrestricted after this year. So Teddy's the only one locked up for next year, but only for 1 year.
So I could see him signing Keenum, but not Bradford.
Oh yeah.
Definitely. I don't think Bradford will be back.
Listen.
But I would definitely sign Keenum if I were them.
I think one of two things will happen. I think I mentioned it earlier. Like if they sign, I could see them signing Case Keenum. But like whoever they sign, they're just gonna get rid of the other one. You know, because they're both gonna command money unless Teddy Bridgewater is like, I want a chance to earn my money, blah blah blah, and take this like ridiculously low contract just to stay on the team. But Case Keenum, he's been around. He's gonna want to get paid by somebody, and I mean, if I'm like honestly, the Denver Broncos, who else they got? You know,
Simeon's back in starter.
Do you think so? Let's say they sign Keenum and let Bradford walk. So then you have Bridgewater on a 1-year contract. Do you think they would try to sign Keenum for a 1-year too and say, look, whoever wins this will sign for a long-term contract the next season?
I mean, so much can happen in that time span.
Yeah.
I don't know. You know,
if I was Keenum, I wouldn't take that contract. But I mean, if it came down to that,
heck no. If I'm Keenum, I'm looking to get paid
3 to 5. Yeah.
Yeah.
That's interesting too. We'll move on.
Moving on.
Yep, moving on. The next Thanksgiving Day, the Chargers strike Dallas 28-6, and this is multiple people have said the second most deadly team in the AFC right now behind the Patriots, not the Steelers, is the Chargers. That defense is legit, and the offense is starting to click. Can't doubt Philip Rivers and his 8 kids. His offense.
Man. I'm not taking anything away from the Chargers because they're good. They're legit. I like them. Me and Red talked about them a lot last year when they drafted Forrest Lamp.
Oh,
God,
it's a shame.
It just killed us both when he went down.
He's so good.
But is the Dallas offensive line like a joke? I know they didn't have Zach Martin in there, but are they not as hyped up as they were supposed to be?
I don't want to say that necessarily. I think that we also have to look at other teams that are supposed to have top offensive line. Tennessee, Oakland, they're not, maybe at the highest level that they should be playing at. And I mean, if you look at the yards per carry, the Dallas backs, whether it's Rod Smith or Alfred Morris, they're still getting yards per carry. I'm putting this more on how they're running the offense because I think there's been a difference when they try to do some of these more interesting looks that they have on offense. It works. And then they try to go really not boring, but really predictable. As I've heard, you see where the Cowboys receiver lined up, and they already know what routes everyone's running. It's just such a predictable offense that I don't think it really matters how good your offensive line is when they're not afraid of your running game, and they'll let you get some because they know Alfred Morris or Rod Smith's not breaking a 20-plus yard run, and Des Bryant's running the same routes every time.
Right. And like one quick thing I'll say is like I've been seeing it a lot. Will Kane even said this, who's all over the Cowboys.
Was he the one that was arguing with Beasley on Twitter?
No, Will Kane is like the biggest Cowboys fan.
He's
on First Take.
He's the one on First Take. Okay. Yeah.
And he even said this. Like for him to say this is like big. He said something along the lines of Dez isn't Dez, obviously, but Dez is like not even in top 20 receivers right now.
I mean, no one fears him right now. Which
Oh no.
it's when you have a guy that size and who can get up on balls like he has the ability to, they are not using him right. So yeah, with how they use him, he's definitely not a top 20 receiver.
He has barely over 50 receptions,
I mean,
578 yards and 4 touchdowns.
What's the stat of his last 100-yard game? Is like a not as bad, but like a Detroit Lion 100-yard rusher type. It's been a long time since he had 100 receiving yards.
True.
That's not using your weapons properly.
Nope.
No.
Just run some slants to him. Like, get him the ball in his hands. Like, that's all you have to do. They still won't.
And like Dak's not making good. Like, you know how like Romo would just throw it up, he'd come down with these ridiculous catches.
Yeah, you gotta trust your receiver.
But like when Dak does that, he's not making good throws to him.
Yeah, I would say they were showing something on Larry Fitzgerald today, and they're talking to Kurt Warner how when he first got there, he wasn't the starter, and like every time McCown would try to throw one up to Fitzgerald, he's like, "What are you doing? That's not a smart throw." And then when he got the starting job, he'd dump it, and McCown would come up to him after a drive and he goes, "Throw it up to Fitzgerald. Just do it." And then he finally got comfortable, and you learn where to throw balls up to him where it doesn't look open, but because your receiver's so good, you can.
Yeah. Can we end this? The debate's over, right?
Right.
Dak is not better than Carson Wentz.
No.
It's done. It's done. Done. Stop saying it. No. It's not a thing. Dak's not better than Carson. Sorry, Cowboys fans.
He's obviously a top out of the class, but he's not better than Wentz.
Yeah, no, he's number 2 for sure.
Goff is making a good argument. But I do think it does. But we see what a good offense goes around. I think Goff is getting, I don't want to say a boost because he's making some great reads. But I still put Dak over Goff for now, just because. For now.
Yeah.
Early argument. Because last year was pretty bad for Goff, and Dak hasn't hit that low.
Gotcha.
That's the only reason why. But I mean, that's a good top 3. Regardless, you can all be good, but Wentz is just better.
Yep.
So I think we can move on. And before we move on, I want to give a nice shout out to a comment. Cameron Slagle. Cameron Slagle. Slagle. Thomas having no webcam makes the show better.
Yeah, I can see that.
Yeah,
I think that might have been a little jab.
I'd honestly rather have the World Series champs logo on there.
My gosh. Okay, so the next game up is the last Thanksgiving game, and Washington stays still alive in the race, and they win 20-10 over the no more Eli Manning Giants.
That is a stupid decision. I'm just saying.
Interesting.
Anyway, go ahead.
No, I mean, honestly, out of the game, I mean, the Washington holds on. I think the bigger story is Eli Manning no longer starter there. I take it both ways. Before we get,
he ain't got nobody to throw to.
Yes. So I want to leave 2 questions though for both of you to answer. One, why would this be? I guess Geno over Davis Webb, I guess, makes a little more sense. But if you want to still try to see what Geno has, why this situation when the whole thing is he didn't have the weapons in the Jets or whatever. So why is this a fair evaluation for him still? Even not trying to be the biggest Geno defender, but how is this a fair assessment for him or the rookie? Second, does Eli still deserve maybe, I know everyone's ripping him, and I think it's fair rip on the Giants for how they're handling this, but we also can't forget Eli's the guy that claimed he would not set foot in San Diego and demanded he would not play for the Chargers and got the trade to the Giants back in his draft. With his help from dad, the old daddy. I don't want to play for the Chargers.
Archie Manning is a saint. Literally.
You take that back.
Literally, he was a saint. So, I mean, what do you think, Randall, on both of those?
Well, it's like not fair to any of the quarterbacks if you bench them or start them. It's like you have the argument, I can see benching Eli Manning too if you're like, hey, we want him for next season. Clearly, we're not gonna win now. Why risk him getting hurt? I can see that as a reasoning for benching him. It's not a very good reason in my opinion, but I could see that being an argument. But I mean, Davis Webb, I would have done Davis Webb over Geno just because, I mean, you drafted Davis Webb to potentially be your
Feature.
dude in the future. So why not give him a shot here? Yeah, I don't know. I mean, it kind of baffles me, honestly. I don't know.
Thomas?
Listen, when you take one of the greatest receivers, arguably the best receiver in the game, off the field.
Ooh. Just keep going. Keep going. I'm just assuming.
The quarterback play is going to be significantly worsened. And listen, and here's the thing. What is Tom Savage without DeAndre Hopkins?
Oh man,
he's already garbage. He's already garbage. But what is he without DeAndre Hopkins?
A turnover machine.
Absolutely terrible. So Eli Manning with Odell, great quarterback. You know, take him away. Eli Manning isn't, and Eli. It's not like number one offensive line's terrible, right?
Yeah, I will
Right?
give Eric Flowers credit. He has done a lot better now. That's why we haven't heard his name. But still, overall, the offensive line still not good.
Tackle. He doesn't need to be a left tackle.
But overall, it's still not good. Yes, the running game is still weird.
Yes, overall, not good. Running game, not existent. When Eli Manning won the Super Bowl, who did he have running? Who did he have running the football?
They had Brandon Jacobs.
Come on,
Tiki the first time.
And Tiki Barber.
Yeah,
both of them are excellent running backs. They had a running game. They had who they had Plexico,
yeah.
Plexico and Shockey.
People who can throw. He could throw the ball to. And Evan Ingram's gonna be good. Don't get me wrong. He's gonna be good.
But he still has the drops right now.
Yep.
And that's another thing. The people he's throwing to can't catch for nothing. So do you think Geno Smith is gonna do any better?
Thomas, I'll give you $1 if you can tell me, without looking it up, if you can tell me who the top 2 receivers in terms of yardage for the Giants were this past game.
This past game?
Yeah.
Bro, I couldn't even tell you who the top receiver, who the receivers period are.
Tavares King.
I know there's a king.
Tavares King was number 1. And let's see.
Something junior, right?
Roger Lewis was number 2.
But that's what I'm saying. They got all these scrubs trying to play receiver for Eli Manning. It's just not working out. And how they're going about it is, Eli Manning's getting old. It looks like he can't make the throws when in reality everybody just can't catch the freaking ball. And at the same time, his running game is not existent. At one point, I think he led the freaking game in rushing yards.
Yeah, that's really bad. Eli's up there.
I am not even joking.
No, there was a time it was.
Orleans Darkwa had one decent game, and that was against the Broncos. No one in their mother saw that coming. And then the next game, he lays an egg. So I think this is the stupidest thing in the world. But next year, Eli Manning is going to go to the Jags, win a Super Bowl with the Jags. Just calling it.
I told you trade deadline, the Jags should have made a move. Just saying, Tom Coughlin loves him.
He'll just go there. He'll just go there when Eli Manning gets cut.
We got a very serious question in the comments section from another Cameron Schlegel.
Schlonghales?
Do you think Eli's brother Peyton would have been good in the NFL? Probably
Who?
Not. Probably not.
That's the one that got hurt in high school, right?
Yeah.
Cooper? I thought we were talking about Cooper. Dang it. Good old Cooper.
Yeah, that
I think he would have been okay. He might have been like Ryan Leaf-ish.
Oh.
Hey, he only had 2 Super Bowls, so.
Yeah, only 2. That's it. It's all right, I guess. We'll do some quick hits right here so we can move on to some more big games. Titans, another close win versus the Colts. However, that win gives them a division lead. So interesting, though, the offense has been terrible. Oh my gosh. DeMarco Murray did nothing. Henry started showing out a little bit, but I mean, he's done that and then done nothing the next game. So I don't know what the Titans are doing. They're kind of getting a little lucky, I think.
I'll tell you what they're doing. They're going to win this division, and I'll tell you why. the Marcus Mariota mustache. It's the source of all his powers.
Interesting take. We'll keep watching Stash Watch then.
Hashtag
Stash Watch. Next one, Alshon Jeffrey, revenge. Eagles destroy the Bears 31-3 as they had to sign their Philly Dilly.
Philly Dilly. Oh, they keep rolling. Bears are not good. That's the headline.
Yep, that's about all I got out of that one. It was a very quick Fox changed the game for me.
And Trubisky got his shot to open it up a little bit. He had 33 attempts, and it did not go well.
Yeah, that receiver core is bad.
Yes, it is.
Not saying he shouldn't make some better throws, but...
You remember I said when he first took that starting job, I said his security blanket's going to be Zach Miller. And Zach Miller was fighting for his leg for a minute there, and now he doesn't have anyone to throw to.
Yep. Next one, Pats cruise over Dolphins 35-17. I don't think that's obviously any of us.
Storyline.
Yeah.
Pats are good. Miami's not.
Pats are good. The Battle of Ohio, the Bengals 30-16 over the Browns. Bengals are 5-6. They're still in the
still in the hunt.
Still in the hunt. Thomas, what is that there?
I hate you, Cam.
Oh.
Don't we all?
Other thing, Browns, dang it, you disappointed me trying to pull a little upset pick off of there. Bye, Thomas.
And bye, Thomas.
Thomas will be back shortly in a second. I guess the other thing, I guess the biggest storyline I got out of that game was how happy they were to see A.J. McCarron before the game, the Browns. Hugh Jackson and the GM were like...
literally sprinting toward him.
Yeah, they were trying to like take him from the
shoved Andy Dalton out of the way, pushed him down.
They were like going to grab AJ McCarron and just be like, "Nope, he's on our team. We claim him. We taking him." So I think that's really the biggest story out of that.
That was a on, man.
Mixon finally had his breakout, a good breakout too. So
yeah. Next one, the Panthers win a shootout versus the Jets, 35-27. I mean, there's a little doubt, but I mean, I feel like the Panthers are a little like the Steelers right now, and they're playing down the competition. Olsen also went out. I don't know if that's how bad. I haven't heard. I thought they said it was negative and he was fine, but I'm not sure. I haven't heard any more news on that.
On who? Say that again.
Olsen hurt his same foot, but they said it was negative. So
okay. I
don't know if they said anything about if he'll miss any time though.
I thought I saw that he was like day to day.
Okay. But still, I mean, they're playing. I feel like they're playing down, and not saying anything. Jets play everyone well.
Yep.
But yeah. I feel like the Panthers are still missing opportunities to really. I don't know, but then they'll show out versus like the Pats or something. I don't know. They kind of confuse me this year.
Yeah. I mean, they might be playing up or down, but it's working for them. They're 8-3, and they're tied for the lead in the NFC South, which really scares me. And huge game this week.
Yeah, we'll get to that. Next, Falcons offense coming back. I know it's Tampa Bay, but 34-20 over the Bucks, and they had Julio going off, and Mohamed Sanu throwing touchdown dimes.
That man is 6 for 6 with 3 touchdowns in his career.
He's the greatest quarterback in NFL history.
So, I mean, they're running plays like that. Successful. Freeman's coming back next week. I mean, are the Falcons on the up and up here?
I'll tell you what, man.
They have good tiebreakers, too. They have the Seahawks and the Cowboys tiebreaker now.
I could very easily see both wild card spots coming out of the NFC South. I said it beginning of the season: NFC South and AFC West. But AFC West is
1 out of 2 is not bad.
Not what I thought it was. But yeah, NFC South. You got to say they're the best division in football, right? I mean, they have to be. Easy.
No doubt.
It's gonna be good stuff. Atlanta looks like they are gonna be thundering back. I'm nervous.
Thomas, are you buying this offense back for the Falcons?
Yes, because I have Julio on fantasy.
That's fair reason. All right.
Red needs me to win for him to make playoffs.
I need a lot more than just you to win.
Move to the next one. Our boy Tyrod Taylor, who doesn't get any respect out of the Bills front office, gets a win over the Chiefs, 16-10. The team plays better with him. I think they play up when they have him in.
They do, but also this was.
And then there's the other side.
Yeah,
the Chiefs. What are the
my
Chiefs
biggest takeaway from this game was the fact that Zay Jones levitates.
Yep.
How? How did he do that?
I don't understand. I still haven't figured it out. It kind of freaks me out every time I watch it. Honestly.
I watch it over and over again, just trying to figure it out. If anyone doesn't know what I'm talking about, please go watch Zay Jones. He gets tackled on the sideline and then just levitates up without touching the ground. It's incredible.
I'm still very
indescribable.
So, yeah. Definite highlight of the game. Speaking of fun highlights out of games that maybe not were the most interesting, Chain Snatch Part 2, baby.
Yes.
Oh, yeah, the Raiders won. But by the way,
who cares?
Coming after that Chain Part 2, Crabtree, he taped it to his
chest.
And they went at it, throwing punches. They both have been reduced to 1-game suspensions, but that was the storyline of that game by far. Are we seeing this next year? Are they going to have to do something next year? Or are they going to have to bring like an extra ref to just follow those two around?
I say in the offseason they just settle it. You squash the beef. 3 rounds for the UFC Light Heavyweight Championship.
The AFC West Light Heavyweight Championship.
The AFC West Light Heavyweight Championship.
Chain Snatch Part 2. I'm I don't know. I'm really interested to see what happens next year.
Also, people need to stop trying Donald Penn. Guys, Donald Penn's going to come at you. He's not like people. It seems like every game someone shoves him thinking he's not going to like square up. Dude, Donald Penn is going to take people out, man.
He almost took out a fan a couple weeks ago.
Yeah, he's an aggressive dude. But then you see him on like the NFL live show. He seems so nice, but he's got a trigger, man. He's going to take some people out if he has to. So stop trying to push him around. He's not going to take it.
All right, so 2 more little quick hitters here. Jimmy G gives the 49ers fan base a little hope with that a minute left drive. The Seahawks did win 24-13, but we saw Jimmy G throw a touchdown pass, baby. He's the starter now. And come on, fans, don't boo CJ Beathard getting hurt. Come on. Come on now. But Jimmy G throwing touchdowns.
Well, they didn't cheer. With like Matt Schaub.
No, they did cheer. That's what I meant. They cheered when he. My bad.
But either way, you don't boo or cheer. You just stay
they
silent.
Cheered. Yeah, my bad. Yeah, they booed or they cheered. That's what happened. It wasn't good. That's what happened. That's what I'm getting at. Another revenge game. Blaine Gabbert and the Cards win 27-24. And there's talks out of the Cardinals front office that Blaine Gabbert looks very good and could be the future of the Cardinals.
Listen, did y'all see how fired up Blaine Gabbert was?
He was very fired up. Is this another power of the mustache here?
Probably, but he was.
Might be.
That dude was pumped, like F-bombs flying.
I mean, do you blame him though?
No, absolutely not.
I mean, technically the Cardinals are hanging around.
That's a huge win for them. I mean,
they're still hanging. They got to win a lot, but they're still hanging around.
Going in, they're 4-6, and the Jags are 7-3. That's a huge win, man.
Are we seeing Blaine Gabbert, Case Keenum maybe just finding the right home for them and actually being good quarterbacks? I know it's hard to say off of one. I mean, I guess Blaine Gabbert, that's his 3rd game now.
Yeah, and then he played quite a bit for San Fran.
He looks a lot better than the Jags. I know his Jags team around him was a lot worse, but he also looked very lost with the Jags.
Yeah.
I mean, there's sometimes guys just need more time to mature and before they start. I'm wondering if that's same with Keenum. I think this might be a little bit of mix there. So we'll move on to the game I know Randall's been waiting for. The Rams edged the Saints without the 2 top corners. I'll give the Saints that. Don't forget. They did not have
3 top corners.
3 top corners. I knew Lattimore and Crowley out.
Delvin Breau's been out all season. He was supposed to be the best corner coming into the season. Just saying.
Rams get the win, though. And that's a tiebreaker, possibly, for seeding.
Yeah, that was a rough one. They fought hard in LA. 3 corners down. Mark Ingram couldn't quite get going. Kamara was killing it as usual. Which, by the way, there's no doubt Kamara, Rookie of the Year. Offensive Rookie of the Year, Lattimore, Defensive Rookie of the Year in the bag. Best draft class in a very long time. Yeah, I mean, Goff looked good. Gurley had a pretty good game.
Goff looked good without Robert Woods. I know they didn't have corners, but they didn't also have Robert Woods, so that's a good game for Goff.
Yeah, Cup played well.
Best game of the year.
Yeah, I mean, the Rams are legit. Saints played them well, and this is one of those games where you can see a second go at this in the playoffs soon. If both teams make the playoffs, I could easily see this being either NFC Championship or the round before it. So it'll be fun.
Thomas, what do you take out of this game?
It hurt.
Even with all the injuries.
Yeah, I mean, they happen, but it was good. I'd like to see Mark Ingram, actually be a number one back, but Alvin Kamara, that dude's a stud.
You're saying that for fantasy.
Obviously. But no. But at the same time, if you're gonna be the best two-headed, duo in the game,
I mean, he got his carries. He got more carries than Kamara did. He had 11 carries for 31, and Kamara just had 5 for 87. I think the game flow also took away that part because weren't they down early? Yeah, they were. They were.
So what would Breeze attempt over 40 passes?
He had 22 for 32.
Close.
The big time of possession was pretty skewed though. Rams had it for 35, we had it for 24. That's almost whole quarter extra.
I mean, honestly, that game's a toss up. So
yeah,
it is. See if they play again. We'll start this one off. Thomas, you'll go first in this one. Steelers play down again, but Antonio Bryant saves the Steelers with the best toe drag ever. 31-28 over the Pack.
Antonio Brown. Yes.
Oh.
And then another thing. Who is Ben Roethlisberger without Antonio Brown? Going back to the Eli Manning debate. Just saying.
Yeah.
Anyway, but yes, Antonio Brown should be in the MVP race.
Yeah.
I have zero problem saying that. The dude is a man among boys, and he probably deserved to be in the MVP race last year. But he's good. But if the Steelers want to advance, they can't keep playing down, for sure.
I don't know. It's so weird with the Steelers, but I mean, it's known, so who knows? I mean, playoff time, we'll see. No Juju though, either in that game, but Martavius Bryant showed up a little bit.
Finally,
yeah, he did.
Yeah, so I mean, interesting. Brett Hundley threw some touchdowns too.
Yeah,
he did not play bad. Didn't play bad at all.
He looked really good, actually. Yeah, he also kind of looked. On some of the throws, he kind of looked like Aaron Rodgers. Not even gonna lie.
Yeah, they were comparing the jump, like throwing in the air. I remember seeing that.
Yeah, there was literally one throw. I think it was the Devontae Adams deep ball.
55-yarder.
Yeah, literally looked like him. I had the double take, but anyway.
Interesting there, and we'll let you go first on this one too, Thomas. I know you did briefly mention it, but the Ravens win over the Texans, a close one, 23-16. Tom Savage, the turnover machine. Fun little press conference there. Did not get the memo that no one was in the room. Walked in, walked out.
That's funny.
I did not see that. There was no one in the press room to interview him?
There was something that got communication.
No. Here's ESPN and social media murdered him for it, but people within the Houston organization and writers, they said he stood at his locker for 20 minutes taking interviews, and then had to go in to that one. So,
but yeah, it was a miscommunication since he did answer a lot of questions, and then for some reason I guess he was told to go in there, and he walked in and there was literally one guy sitting there, but I don't think
What
he was
did-
even a media member. And then he's like, "Are we good?" And he walked out.
What exactly
That's like-
did ESPN do again? What
They
did
didn't show the back, like the view back more, so you could see all the empty seats. They just showed him, so it made it look like he walked in and was like, "Are we good?" and walked out, like he wasn't taking questions. But then someone else showed a different camera view back and showed all the empty seats.
Yeah.
ESPN.
Yeah.
Hmm.
But this will forever be the what if season or what could have been season for Houston. There is literally listen, the Houston's defense isn't playing bad. Like
Even without Watt or
they're not
Merciless.
they're not playing terrible. But just think of what could be with Watt and Merciless. You know? And Brian Cushing comes back next week. Not that that's going to make a big difference because Zach Cunningham is playing out of his mind. But it's the only thing I got to say about this game is I miss Deshaun and he needs to come back soon.
Well, yeah.
Yeah.
Ravens defense is keeping them in. They got that wild card spot technically right now. They're still in it. It was Randall's wild card pick, and they're still alive.
Thank God for Justin Tucker.
That's their offense right there.
Yep. 49-yarder, 31-yarder, and 53-yarder.
At the 53-yarder, he got hyped. I was a little afraid for him. He got a little close to Jadeveon, and I was like,
Also,
By the way,
celebrate right in his face.
them putting Jadeveon at middle linebacker and rushing him in is the most deadly thing I've ever seen in my life.
listen,
those guards.
there could be an argument for him being defensive player of the year. I'm just saying he's not going to get it, but there's an argument.
No, I'd say at the end of the year he's going to get his name there.
I feel like also, he's not talked about enough because, like, as soon as he came out and he was hurt, a majority of both. They were like bust, and he is killing it, and no one talks about it. Like, come on.
Yeah, and you can't claim it's because he has Watt and Merciless and he's not.
Yeah,
no,
come on, ESPN.
Him.
Give him a little credit, ESPN. I'm coming at you, ESPN. Coming at you today. You fired 150 more employees. That's ridiculous. If you ever want to give me a job, I love y'all.
Also, question: Mike Vrabel, does he start getting head coach consideration soon?
Yeah.
Not yet.
I hope not.
Maybe a Chiefs if they crumble and they just for some reason are like, nah, we're done with Andy Reid.
I mean, I feel like his name's going to – I feel like this year is going to be the year he gets interviews, but he doesn't get jobs yet. And then next year –
he's gotten interviews.
Well, I know,
I bet he gets interviews for college too.
Check this out. He interviewed for the Rams before McVay got there. But the fact that they took Romeo Crennel and made him a
assistant
head coach.
Yeah.
That was genius on their part to keep Vrabel around to make him the DC. Freaking genius. Because I was like, yeah, Romeo Crennel got promoted. I was like, who the they're trying to – because they were about to lose him. Like, he was gone if they didn't do something.
I feel like it'll be interesting because, I mean, we haven't seen openings yet for other jobs. So are we going to even –
There will be.
I know there will be, but will there be as many as sometimes there are? Are we going to have like a small market this year?
Speaking of that, y'all see the rumors where Jason Witten might be wanting to volunteer as coach?
Yeah, that got squashed pretty fast.
Boo.
They literally interviewed Witten at Cowboys practice, and he said, no, that's not happening.
That's a bunch of crap.
They've gone through now. Yundy pulled out now. They talked to the Purdue coach. Apparently something fell through there. Now he's out. Now they're trying to talk to the NC State coach.
Why are they scrambling?
I don't know. There's still plenty of time. Herm Edwards interviewing with Arizona State.
And listen, in other news, this is the last thing about college football. Apparently, y'all know who Coach Harmon is, defensive coordinator at UMHB?
Yeah.
Apparently, ETBU passed on him for the head coach here. Stupid mistake. Stupid. Anyway.
A little UMHB shout out there.
Yeah, got to.
And a little jab at his current school.
Yeah.
It's all good. All good.
All right. So with that, we'll move into picks time, and there's bad news for me as I'm not looking good, but good news for Randall.
All right, so last week I got 13 right. I only missed 2 games. No, 3 games. Thomas got 11 right, and Dom got 10 right. So that brings our totals to Dom with 86, Thomas with 100, and me with 101. So Dom has almost certainly been eliminated. And the race between me and Thomas is heating up. It's really heating up.
I'm really split on just trying to maybe actually pick right, just so the gap's bad. But if I start picking terrible, then the gap could just get horrible.
See, Dom, that's what happens. We both have 100 because we picked the games that we knew would win. We don't pick the Browns. The only time I'm picking the Browns, and y'all know, that week against the Packers. That's it. That's their one win. That Packers game. It's going to happen.
I tried the Jets too often as well.
Yeah, you did. You did do that.
In the wrong weeks. Like the weeks that they upset people, I didn't pick them. And then the weeks that they lose close, I pick them. Whatever. We'll get to picks. If you're watching and you are interested in making picks and you want to actually listen to our advice for it, don't listen to me. Listen to those two. And starting with Thursday Night Football, both teams coming off a Thursday game. So a normal rest. Redskins go to the Cowboys. Color rush. Redskins might not wear their color rush.
What did their color rush even look like? I'm not being able
to
picture it.
Yellow.
That might actually be kind of cool.
I don't know. I thought I heard that, but apparently Gruden said he's not sure if they'll wear it or not.
Check this out. I love the Cowboys icy whites. They're really cool. Anyway.
Yeah, that's why I think the Redskins are yellows.
Oh, the Cowboys uniforms. Oh, their normal white home ones are gorgeous. Those uniforms are great.
So
but I'm still not picking the Cowboys. Redskins.
Right, Thomas.
I hate picking the Redskins, bro. I always get it wrong.
Didn't you? Oh, okay. I was like, didn't you pick them?
But yeah, I'm going to go Redskins again.
It's not the time for this game, Redskins.
Hey, Go ahead.
Yeah, no, it's just not the time yet. I don't know. I'll have to try to pick some, but at this point, I'm not really sure what I'm doing. So
just pick what you pick. Follow your heart.
Yeah. I'll end up with
Flip a coin.
Big deficit.
Flip a coin.
It lands on the middle at the side. Tie game. Next game, the Vikings head to Atlanta. This is going to be a fun game. Thomas?
Vikings, baby.
Randall?
I'm going Atlanta.
Ooh. All right. I'm actually going Atlanta, not because anything against the Vikings, but I don't see them going 14-2.
Yeah, and so I really like the fact that Devontae Freeman's back this week.
I feel like the Vikings. I think
Everson Griffin.
Yeah, I know.
He's going to be incredibly tired because he just had a kid. Kid's keeping him up all night. He's be sleepy. He's not going to play well.
I don't know. I mean, the Vikings, they have an easy shot now for the bye week, but 13-3 can get the bye week. They could go 12-4 probably and get the bye week. So I see them in the bye week still at this point. So, but they'll still lose. They're not. Everyone loses one every once in a while. Sometimes. Next game up, Thomas's Texans go to Tennessee. Rocky Top. Singing Rocky Top there. I know that's not Titans, but
do it, Thomas.
They could sing Rocky Top.
Do it.
Oh, well.
Do it.
Last time the Texans played the Titans, they put 57 on them.
But
I'm not picking the Texans. They suck.
Boo! I'm going Titans too.
Yeah, it's not the time. Titans.
It's the stash. The stash is there. They're gonna win.
Tighten up. Do we see a Yates sighting?
Probably. He got threatened this week.
Yeah. I tried picking the Yates a couple weeks ago, but he didn't come in, so it ruined it. Next up, this will be very interesting, actually. The Chiefs head to New York to play the Jets. Randall?
Is this a trap game, Randall?
I'm picking right now there's no such thing as a trap game for KC because they're just terrible. But I'm picking KC. It's got to stop eventually, right?
That's
It
right.
has to stop. It's got to be this week, now or never.
Thomas?
Why is the Chiefs defense so bad?
No Eric Berry.
On paper, they should be like one of the best defenses. I don't get it.
Terrell Revis, first game with the Chiefs.
Ooh, I didn't think about that.
Yeah, I'm so close to picking the Jets. It's not even funny. But
do it.
I can't.
Your anger makes you strong.
I'll do it.
Yes.
Give me the Jets. Why not? Why not?
Do it, Thomas. Do it.
Thomas already went Chiefs.
Embrace the dark side.
I'll do it. I'll take this one. Why not? I feel like this would be an opportunity with how bad the Chiefs have been playing. So that's my shot right there. Next one up. Oh man, this is going to be an ugly game that not a lot of people will be watching. Denver heads to Miami. Trevor Siemian back in the starting lineup. Woo. Thomas.
Sorry, who we got?
Broncos at Dolphins. Trevor Siemian starting.
Is Matt Moore starting?
Probably.
I haven't seen officially. Had Cutler been cleared yet? Either way, it's a game.
Flip a coin.
All right,
I'm going Siemian.
You're going Siemian. All right, we got a Siemian.
Yeah.
Where are you going, Thomas? Have you flipped the coin yet?
I got Siemian too. Daggum coin.
Yep. Cutler is listed as healthy also, by the way, if you want to change your mind. If that really changes your mind.
You're doing it. You're going Miami. I know you are.
I had Broncos down, but
bro, he's got to, man.
Let's go Jay Cutler. Jay slinging Cutler. No Tlaib. He's going to tear up that secondary. Not really, but I guess I'll have to change. Well, you wrote it down. I had Broncos, but I'll go Dolphins. Whatever.
I'm the keeper.
You're the keeper. Yeah, my writing doesn't matter. All right, next up, Jags need to bounce back for the win versus the Colts. Sweep. I'm not picking the Colts. I won't. Jags, baby.
Yags.
Yes. All right.
Oh, Yags.
This is an interesting game. Do we get a little more Fitz magic or Hunley magic? Packers are home.
Oh.
Yeah, that's right.
Oh, goodness.
That's right. Thomas, you want to go first on this one then?
No, you can go first, Dom.
I'll go first. Packers. Why not? Packers win. They got to give everyone just that little hope. Aaron Rodgers might come back. They win and push it another week. Packers. Come on. What do you guys got to say something?
Gosh, I just don't even want to pick this game. If this is on my TV, I'm gonna rage. I'm going to rage if this is the game on my TV. I'll go Green Bay.
Thomas?
I'm gonna ride with Fist Magic.
Woo!
It's like a who cares game for me.
Yeah.
All right, next up, we know who I'm picking. Lions travel to Baltimore. I got the Lions. Thomas? Or Randall? Whoever wants to go.
You know what? I'll roll with you. I'll go Lions.
Yeah.
Yeah, same.
Whoa.
The Baltimore defense is good, but their offense is terrible. So
Steph can act out.
Yeah.
Flacco. All right. Next up, I think this will be a sweep. Pats go to Buffalo.
Pass.
Pats. I'm not pick. That's not worth it for me. Here's a fun game. The Bears host Jimmy G. Jimmy G versus Mitchie.
49ers.
Thomas?
Bro, gotta roll with Jimmy G.
Yes.
Same. I want Jimmy G to win. 49ers.
Yes.
All right. Next up. Ooh. we'll call this one a sweep. Chargers are home versus the Browns.
Chargers.
Charges.
Next week's the week, though, boys.
LA. Oh, is this their first true home game for the Chargers? Because Browns fans aren't going to travel out there, right? So is this actually going to be a home game for the Chargers?
Probably not.
Still no? Still be overwhelming Browns fans more than Chargers?
Yep.
Yeah, fair enough. All right. Next one up.
Next week, baby. Next week. It's the week.
Next game, Geno Smith and the Giants head to Oakland and play the Raiders.
The Raiders. With no wide receivers except for Roberts and Cordell Patterson.
Yeah.
Big Jared Cook week.
Hopefully for him.
I'm going Raiders.
You going Raiders, Thomas?
I'm also going Raiders.
Don't do it, Dom. Don't do it.
The tempting thing is the no receivers.
Do it, Dom.
But the Raiders have to win. The Raiders have to win because this is a home game.
No balls.
They have to win to stay in the playoffs.
The Giants don't have receivers either, and
I know.
at least Oakland still has
the Raiders
Patterson and Seth Roberts.
Yeah.
Seth Roberts?
Yeah. Roberts? Yeah. Raiders have to win. They have to win if they stay in the playoff race. They got even better of a shot with the Chiefs struggling, and they have to win versus the Chiefs, so they have to win. Here we go. This will actually – I might have to flip my answer on this next one. Panthers head to New Orleans. We have Randall's answer. Thomas.
Do it.
I can't pick against Drew Brees, bro. I can't.
All right. Then I'll have to do this. Panthers. I had the Saints, but I kind of figured if both of you went that direction, I'm going to have to go Super Cam. So just saying, though, Saints were my original pick, though. Does Blaine Gabbert get another win and a home game versus the Rams?
Negative Ghost Rider, LA.
That's a fat no.
Rolling with the Rams. Sweep it up. All right. This is a good Sunday night game. This is a good Sunday night game.
Be fun.
It's been a while since I guess technically you can say it was good last week because it was close. But Eagles travel to Seattle with the injured Seattle team, but they have to win this because I think they do because of how tight the wild card is too, and they need to pass the Rams again.
Fly, Eagles, fly.
Fly, Eagles, fly. All right. All right, Randall.
I want to pick Seattle, but I can't.
Everyone.
I can't do it. Philly.
Yep.
You're missing everyone.
Philly.
Yeah,
fly, Eagles, fly. The injured secondary, Alshon Jeffrey, is on a roll right now. Ertz will keep dominating, and then with that non-existent run game, that pass rush is going to eat up that offensive line. Even with Wilson's going to be running around, but still that defensive line will eat it up, and they're so fresh that they will be able to take down Russell Wilson a couple times. So,
fly, Eagles, fly.
An interesting Monday night game. It's a rivalry at least, but Steelers travel to the Bengals. Bengals 5-6. They're still in it. Nope.
Pitt.
So Steelers.
Yep.
Do it.
Do it, Dom.
Do it.
I really don't want to because
Mix it up with Mixon.
I mean, how many times did I flip this week? Like 2 or 3 times.
You have picked against us 1, 2. You've only picked against us 3. You picked against us thrice.
Thrice. I don't want to. Oh, well, Bengals home game. Why not?
Yes.
It's going to be a miracle here, but Bengals somehow win. Steelers hopefully play down again.
Tom, you know what time it is?
I think I know what time it is. Thomas, do you know what time it is?
I know what time it is.
For those of you that may be new watching, maybe our new subscribers, the best segment of the week.
It's the best segment of our show, just everything.
We mentioned it last week that you have to stay to the end to see this, and we'll give it to you. Thomas, take it away.
So, we have an NFL. I don't think he's still playing.
Okay.
Ooh,
okay.
interesting.
Opens
This
it
is
up.
back April 3rd, 2013.
Oh, okay.
All right. This man said, "War is nothing to be played with. I apologize, North Korea. ... But if y'all do bomb first, bomb Foxborough. Sincerely, Bill's Mafia."
Ooh.
I'll read it again.
Yeah.
War is nothing to be played with. I apologize, North Korea. ... But if y'all do bomb first, bomb Foxborough, Mass. Sincerely, Bill's Mafia. Hashtag Bill's Mafia.
So it's a former Bill or current, maybe Bill. No, I mean not current Bill, but a former Bill, not currently
I
playing.
know he's not a current Bill.
He's not a current Bill. Okay.
I think he might be retired.
Might be retired.
He was good when he played though.
Ooh. Good former Bill. Those are rare. Ooh.
I'm trying to think who was on that team in 2013.
Ooh, Stevie Johnson.
Ooh.
Final answer, Stevie Johnson.
That's good. Oh, okay.
I'm walking
I'm gonna go with crap. Who was their quarterback that year?
2013. Ooh.
That would be Ryan Fitzpatrick.
So
wait. No. Is EJ Manuel still in the league?
EJ Manuel still
EJ
in the
Manuel's
league.
still in the league, right? Oh, you
Yeah,
said he was good. You said he was good. CJ Spiller. Spiller was on that.
Ooh.
CJ Spiller was decent.
All right, Thomas.
Stevie Johnson.
Yeah!
What a pull, Dom. What a pull.
You know what's funny is I saw, what was it? They were showing something, and it was a Stevie Johnson highlight, and they're like, something about Stevie Johnson was running his mouth or something, and then they blew the game. And I was like, I remember Stevie Johnson had a really good year or two. I had him in fantasy.
When he was calling himself the Joker.
Yeah.
Because that was the year that T.O. and Ocho Cinco were both on the Bengals, and they called themselves Batman and Robin, and then they played the Bills, and he was the Joker. I'm pretty sure Stevie Johnson is on the Chargers right now, isn't he?
Is he really? I thought they said he was out of the NFL.
No way, bro.
He was on the Chargers last year.
Stevie Johnson.
Let's see.
Well, it shows last team he did play was the Chargers, but it doesn't look like it.
Okay, fair enough.
Stevie Johnson. He was a 7th-round pick.
Nice pull.
Chargers. Yep, last year he played for the Chargers was 2016.
Okay, fair enough. That was a heck of a pull there, Dom. I'm impressed.
Yeah. I had Stevie Johnson on my fantasy team. Yeah, he had 3 straight years of 1,000 yards.
That's pretty good.
Yeah, he had that good stretch, and then he dropped off the next 2013 when he tweeted that, and then he bounced to San Francisco and the Chargers, and then nothing else happened.
Happens to the best of them.
Yeah, I mean, they were showing something about him like running his mouth about a game, and then they blew it after he was running his mouth. Yeah, I don't remember why that highlight was even being shown, but yeah. And it reminded me, I was like, I had Stevie Johnson on my fantasy team. He had some good years for me.
See, I was trying to think of, you said Stevie Johnson, because I was thinking this has got to be a wide receiver or like a corner tweet. I was trying to think of their corners back then, but I couldn't think of any, so.
I couldn't either. And then just Stevie Johnson.
Yeah. I feel like CJ Spiller went a terrible pull, though, because he had a stretch where he was decent whenever he was healthy.
But he is currently on and off for the Chiefs.
Is he really?
Yeah, they've cut him like 3 times this year, and then added him like 3 times.
Goodness.
So he's technically still playing. Maybe not. Maybe he's been cut. He's literally been cut by them like 3 times this year.
Okay. Fair enough.
Johnson. I'll take it. I think that might have been my first right, isn't it?
I think that's either one of our first rights.
Have we got any before, Thomas?
You got one because you had seen the tweet before.
Someone got Chad Ochocinco. No, Red got Chad Ochocinco.
Did I really? Nice. Yeah. Well, I mean, that's not too far of a stretch for a guess on anything ridiculous, so.
That's fair enough. Well, we aren't very correct often, but I'll take it. It's been a while since I've got one right, if I have. So,
Yeah.
with that, that will conclude NFL Week 12 recap and Week 13 preview. Thanks for watching or future watching if you haven't watched it yet.
Subscribe.
Yes, do that. Subscribe. Follow the Twitter. Like the Facebook. Send us questions. Some questions we can maybe answer right on the spot. Some might be if you are wanting to send them in for a future show. Send them in. We'll take them.
Yep.
Also,
yeah.
we may or may not be in the works with someone trying to get us a super sweet intro song. So
we have a good one, but we are possibly taking it to the next level.
Just brainstorming off the top, seeing a little bit of behind the scenes in the works right now. I think if this actually happens, that we should definitely bring him on the show and let him promote himself.
We will.
Yes, for sure.
A little cross promotion going on.
Or herself.
But he will not take kindly to us calling him that.
Spoiler. But
it's
stay tuned.
It's a guy.
But stay tuned, though. We might have a customed intro and outro song. So watch out, world.
Big things happening. Big things happening.
We hit 400 plus views. We're going crazy.
Finally had to ban somebody. Had to ban somebody in the live chat.
Yeah, we did.
It's a big time when you're having to do that.
So
let's get out of here.
With that, let's stop talking. Have a nice night. And don't forget to subscribe, like, and follow.
At TWelly4.